Hey everyone, do you know what's worse than it's raining cats and dogs? Hailing taxis. That's probably terrifying. I don't know if you live in the Northeast or along the eastern seaboard right now, but holy crow. There is like hurricane after hurricane, storm system after storm system, flights canceled, mass problems all over the world. But it's been crazy wet where I'm at with flash floods and everything like that. And I figured a small little dad joke about it would brighten the mood. This is Busy Gamer Dad, going to be doing our session gameplay series this week on Scarmonde. Or Scarmonde? Scarmonde. I'm going to say Scarmonde. It's a retro game, as you can see. If you were thinking of something that's like Dragon Warrior meets Final Fantasy kind of game, that's what this is. It's a retro game, pixel art style game that I really like, and we're going to try the demo for our 3 sessions on our session gameplay series to see if it's something that would suit your fancy. I will have a link for it should you want to pick it up for yourselves. The game is slated to come out in 2024, but with no release date. Typically, as I've seen it in the past, is when they have no actual quarter that they're trying to target, it might get pushed out to 2025, and that's fine. If a game gets pushed out, that's just because they want to make the product better and they want to spend some time refining what they've got in front of them. But I will still, like I said, have the link for you guys should you want to pick this up for yourselves, and I encourage you to try that out. And also, while you're down there, if you do the whole like, comment, subscribe thing, that will really help the channel grow and let me know that you guys are interested in this kind of content. Without any further talking, let's get into it. Now, as I understand it, well, I'll talk after this. The dragon gods, the god of dragons beckons you. Legend says paradise awaits those who gather all 4 of the dragon God's sacred treasures. Shall you be the first to have the wildest dreams come true, become a new reality? Or perhaps we will undo the world. Who knows? Or, just live on an island someplace with all the coconut drinks we can have. Creator. Move your avatar and choose a class to assign to all 4 of your party member slots. You are permitted to open the main menu after selecting a class of characters. Position 1. Once you have finished, step onto the platform and begin our adventure. Alright, cool. So you can play this game, as I understand it, with all mouse controls, but you do have the arrow keys, no WASD, and I don't know if they're going to integrate controller support. I would encourage them to do that. That would be really helpful overall. So you can see that there's quite a wide array of characters here. I did a little bit of a playtest, so I'm going to go through them real quick because I don't want to, burn all our time here. But so from here, you have your knight. He's your physical powerhouse. He's going to go the slowest, though. He's not going to be able to use any magic. We have a warrior that is kind of the medium knight, I guess. He's capable of using maybe like sword and board or something like that, or maybe he just uses two-handed. And he can do light and heavy armor. He can also, do basic healing spells. And then we have your quintessential cleric, light magic, healing magic, light armor, light weapons. And then you have your spellcaster over here, devastating, black magics, and light armor, basic weaponry, etc. And then the next row down, though, it gets a little bit funner. There's a little bit more uniqueness to it. So you get the monk that's good in hand-to-hand combat. And I mean, check out this mustache. This huge mustache is ridiculous. They can also do, what's the word I'm looking for? They can also do basic healing magic, and I don't know what mighty magic is. It might be something like that's a self-buffing kind of magic. That's one of the things that I hope we'll find out. You have your thief class here that can steal and use debilitating spells, such as probably like blinds or poisons and things like that. Over here we have the paladin. I view the paladin, based on this description, as kind of like a hybrid between the knight and the warrior. They can use heavy armor, and they specialize in healing and light magic, or maybe it's a hybrid between the warrior and the cleric. So there's that utility there. You have the hunter, essentially your ranged character. They can use wind, earth, and various status effects magic and things like that, it looks like. And then the last row, these are probably the most unique classes out of the mix. Shadowkin is, I would call them a Death Knight, if you wanted to put a label on, or just call them the Shadowkin. They can do black magic, and they can also use heavy armor, but they cannot defend, and you cannot run from combat. So if you pick this, you got to be in it to win it, kind of thing. You have a sage here that uses the highest form of magic. I don't know what that ultimately means. They probably might start off slow and very weak, but they have the ability to cast spells that also hit the entire group of enemies that you get in front of you, and they use all different elements, and as such, with all the casters, they have light armor and such like that. And then these are the two more, we'll say, I want to say nuanced or situational classes. So you have a bard that allows you to buff people, boost people in your group or themselves. They use wind magic, light magic, and then light armor, simple things. So they're kind of your buffing class, as well as the dancer. Now, the dancer is the one that appeals to me the most because I can't really get a good read on what they do. I mean, fleet-footed individual that can weaken and inflict various debilitations on their foes. I mean, that just sounds like the rogue or the thief, but I don't know. Maybe they have it on an AoE scale as opposed to this thief being just a standard one. I don't know. But the dancer is the one that, you know, is the more, we'll call it, unique one. But for our party, I thought a little while about it, and so I'm going to pick out the paladin as kind of like the you know, the one that's like the frontliner, our tank. You know, essentially that's what's going to go through. So, and so if you hadn't seen my Final Fantasy Renaissance playthrough, I encourage you guys to go take a look at that. Somebody made a comment that I'm gonna do here, and I hope they see this. So, I. That reads I. That reads I. Let's see here, and then who else was that I wanted to have? We'll have the thief next. Because I do like the ability to have the paladin for tanking, the thief for, we'll call it crowd control, and being able to steal things is probably really nice. Get a little bit more stuff from there. Ams. No, that's Amy. Let's do... yeah, Ams. And then we'll do the sage. And then we'll do very. And then for our last class, we don't have a black magic user, so I think I'm going to go with the caster, but I did want to try out the hunter. Because we don't have any bow and arrow user, and I don't know how much that's going to affect us. Let's do the archer. Let's do the hunter. And then their name will be Busy. Bam. So I am's very busy. There you go. Somebody suggested this before, and I thought it was really nice to include it. So let's get out into the world and see what this is about. I don't know if this is a roguelite. I think this is just your standard RPG turn-based combat. And then I think we're just kind of summoned into the world. More come to tempt fate within the depths. May Limdale guide you. I regret to admit that bravery isn't something that naturally comes to me. I prefer to remain here within Scarmonde, bound to a more routine and peaceful life. I recommend exercising extreme caution on your journey to claim the Dragon God's treasures. Countless lives have been mercilessly claimed by the depths. I would hate to see more courageous souls meet an untimely end by succumbing to greed and finding themselves woefully unprepared for the horrors of the depths. Okay. Good looking out, thank you. Don't forget to use those magic orbs in your possession to learn spells from the magic menu after opening the main menu. Okay, so do I get a spell here? No response. I don't know what this does. Oh, it looks like that's just decoration. Looks like that's just decoration. So how I'm moving around is I'm clicking, but you can also, like I said, with the arrow keys, you can kind of do things. Oh wow, this is actually really cool. Nice. And I love that there's all these unique portraits. They're not just the standard, you know, portraits of, you know, things, or just a blank text box to, you know, it really gives it a more immersion kind of factor to it. I'm a big fan of bows and spears myself, so bows, you see, they deal additional damage to flying enemies, so I'm glad I brought the archer, the hunter. They also prevent an enemy from counterattacking, and spears, they'll pierce through the mightiest armor and deal tons of damage while they're at it. Oh, okay, so we don't have a spear wielder, I don't think. Well, that's a nice mustache. Everybody has good mustaches in this game. Purpose? This is my purpose. I live to cook. My food is my life, and there is no greater love than that for the culinary arts. So my emotions can be invoked through food. It calms me at times and impassions me at others. I don't consider myself cursed to be bound here, but blessed. Blessed but with the eternal life of doing what I love. Okay, interesting. Let's see here. My companions died. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Of the 7 of us that arrived here, I am all that remains. We were no match for the beast dwelling in the depths. I fled, heard their blood-curdling screams over my gasping as I clawed my way back to the surface. I regret nothing. I'm alive. Foolish? Perhaps, but it was a lesson learned. If I was placed here for some greater purpose, then I have yet to discover what it is. I'll simply live until then. Wait and live. Well, okay, fair enough. Nobody can remember bold claims. I remember things, a father, children struggle, then a wish, something to make it all better. They tell me it's a dream or some hallucination, but it's of my life before this, before Scarmonde in the depths. I know it. You have memories of a life before this place, too, don't you? This can't be all there is. I refuse to believe that. So did we get Isaki'd into this world? I have questions. I want to know, like, what our logistical, like, what's driving us, what the reality is for, like, us being here. Can we search these? Are these like bedrolls? What is this? I don't know if we have like an open overworld map search or anything like that. But it looks like this is just us, you know, walking around town, getting the lay of the land, as it were. More adventurers. I'd wager you don't remember how you arrived here either. I figured as much. No one does. Oh, that's fair enough. We can go over here. We can go over here. What are you doing, guy? What are you doing? It calls to us, the depths, whether or not we still strive to overcome that accursed labyrinth or decide to settle down and embrace a relatively peaceful life. It keeps us here. We do not age, nor do we fall ill. Could we ever? None can recall. Was there anything before this, before Scarmonde? So, I'm assuming that we are, yeah, like Isaki, kind of into this world. Oh, come on, don't lock me in here, dude. Oh no, am I trapped? Oh no, come on, dude. Come on, can you move? Can you move? Thank you. Thank you. There's an item shop. Do we have money? Oh, we got 180 coins? Currency? Whatever. Dinosaur. Nope, not a dinosaur. I thought that lady was a dinosaur with her hair, with her bun. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You look very nice. Nice, ma'am. Don't become another one, you hear me? We've lost too many to that horrible place as it is. Smart people, brave people, good, kind, caring people. All gone before their time, claimed by the depths. And for what? Gold? The granting of some wish? What good is gold in a place like this? Or the possibility of some foolish wish being granted? You are truly so confident that, or are you truly so confident that fantastical tale that you'd throw away your lives? Please reconsider. Well, that's the voice of reason, and I'm assuming that's the dragon god, even though it looks a little bit like a gargoyle, and that's a corpse right there. I refuse to fight. Many more will come to do that, and better than I could ever dream of. Like yourselves, fresh, bright-eyed adventurers, full of hope and potential. But a word of advice, if I may. Do not let it break you like it has done to countless others. The depths will show no mercy, and so you must face it with all your might. May your faces be the last I see descending into the depths of darkness. Alright, fair enough. So do we have magic that I need to worry about right now? Learn skills. Do I get to... I don't know what these do. If I could get a tooltip, that would be really nice to try and see what they are. So, but alright, so maybe just by reading them we'll understand. So paladin, passive, yeah, I have no clue. That's a very vague. Let's see here. So magic. The paladin seems to be the only one. Oh no. Learn skills, sage, passive. So I guess we don't have anything. Oh. No, we do. Okay, so I have to enter. I have to enter on it for some reason. It wasn't letting me do that. All right. So, level 1 magic orb. Oh, wait, I have questions. Is this a currency that I have? Is this a consumable that I have? Weapons, key items. Okay, so I have to double click. Okay, I get the idea. So double click, and that gives me the tooltip. Gotcha. Okay. And then I right click and it takes me back out. Nothing in there. Do we have any key items? Magic orbs. Gather to learn basic magic spells. Okay. So we have to collect those to get basic magic spells. Gotcha. So if I go here and I go to my sage, who's probably the one who needs to learn it the most. Let me see here. Passives? Oh wow, so we get... So this is how you raise up attributes. Okay, so there is a leveling system here, it looks like, but I'm not certain if it's experience-based or anything like that. I'm sure that'll come apparent when we're in there. Now, as far as you are concerned, all enemies weak fire damage, moderate fire damage, strong fire damage, gotcha. Oh, and we have to get different levels of orbs, that's good. Okay, good to know that. Electrify, well, quite a long list. Okay, so let's see here, small amount of healing, okay. So I'm thinking that if we... Oh, gain experience. Oh, wow, that's huge. That would be huge, but it's quite a few ways away. And then this is raise an ally. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna do... I don't think we have any... I'm gonna leave this person here with the healing. Yes, and then I will actually have them learn... I mean, let's do fervor, and then we'll back out. And then what about our thief? Learn skills. Do they have to learn? They have steel? No, they don't have steel. Okay, so we have to have them learn steel. Okay. And then there's the poison, and then there's that. So I'm gonna have them learn steel for now, and we'll call that good. Yeah. Okay. And that's kind of all of our orbs at this point. Alright. Let's see here. Yeah, so if I go into status, click on this. Elemental, alignment, attributes. Okay. Oh, and there is a leveling system. Cool. Awesome. So there's a lot going on. Can I save right now? I can save right now. I just did it. Nice. Awesome. Cool. Good. Alright, now I know this isn't the most exciting gameplay, you know, fleshing out the world, etc., but getting ourselves ready to go down into the depths, which I have no idea what that will be like. Let's go talk to the shopkeep and see what we got here. We have 180, so I'm very interested to see... Is that so... Okay, cool, so... Interesting that our hunter can have, a sword, but that makes sense, I guess, in the grandest scheme of things. Alright, so it doesn't look like they have armor, but they do have the sword, so let's buy the sword. And then dagger, that makes sense. And our rogue can use the bow and arrow as well, so that's good to know, but I'm going to buy them the dagger. Then our caster, MHP, MMP, max HP, max. Oh, interesting. Okay, and it doesn't look like. Oh no, I don't want that. I want to see. Yeah, they can't have anything at all. So I guess yeah, we're kind of stuck buying one of those, and then for our hunter, we'll get the bow. They can't use the spear. Okay, that's fine. So then we'll do that right there, and then I'll go through and then do the equip. Optimize, nice. optimizing the staff to the paladin. Weird. I think that's not what I would intend to have happen. I would rather have them have the sword. And then go in here. And then have them have the dagger. Yeah, that's weird. I would think that the staff would be optimized, or the sword would be optimized to the paladin. That's just my own 2 cents on that, but that's interesting that they have the staff optimized. Wonder if I'm missing some meta knowledge of the game, which will come with time, I'm sure, as we play through. Alright, so everything is set up there. We don't have any armor? Question mark? Is there any... I don't see any way for armor. Looks like that's it. Alright, so let's talk with you. Do you sell anything? Nope, can't see anything worthwhile. Don't fret. New equipment will appear as we progress to depths. Okay, your standard stuff. And that's cool. Attack speed is simply a number that adds to the character's agility when they initiate a basic physical attack during their turn. It doesn't affect any other action, though, so don't expect it to change how quickly you cast spells or execute an ability. Understood. That makes sense. Attack speed is literally just attack speed. Oh, and there's an armorer. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, there was no armor available, quote-unquote, for our guy. Okay, let's get up here, and let's buy our stuff. So they can have a... They can have the cloth tunic. Is there... I would like to see if these are heavy armor or something otherwise. But it looks like we can get a shield. They can get a leather hat and armor. And gloves and boots. Okay, so let's get the leather helm. Well, hang on. Can everyone use that? So they're the only one who can use that. Okay, so one there. Leather cap. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we need to buy 3 of these. There. Cloth tunic. Ives can't use it, but 1, 2, 3. Yep, makes sense. Equip, and then 1 leather armor for eyes. And then, can everyone use the gloves? Everyone can use the gloves. And the boots. Can everyone use the boots? Everyone can use the boots. There. Okay, so then if we go into equip, and then we optimize. Nice. Okay, and then finish back out. And then optimize. And then optimize. That's good. Okay, this is all making more sense now. And I'm getting used to the button clicks for it all. Okay, finish. Cool. Done there. Alright, now questions I have about defense. The amount of aggro a person has affects how often enemies will... Oh, okay, there we go. That makes sense. Aggro is a very common term nowadays. It doesn't affect spells or ability that target the entire party, mind you. Okay, good to know. Hey, fresh meat, huh? Don't go poking your nose over here thinking you'll see something worth buying. Chances are you never have the gold enough to buy. But, beside the point, everything here is sold in a per party basis. It's linked to how far you have personally gone into the depths. You won't be able to buy what I can. Oh, okay. Alright, so this is basically saying in your other runs of the dungeon, you won't be able to get anything. Okay. Interesting. Alright, now is there any item shop or anything like that? Do I need to be looking for them? Like, there's the inn. Let's check out the inn, see if there's anything in the item shop, like curative-wise. Welcome. Want to rest? Nope, don't need to do that. We haven't really done anything. Unfortunately, this episode's a little bit of a filler episode. Sorry, but at the same time, I want to make sure I'm getting myself geared out so I don't die. The depths await your arrival. You came seeking the dragon god's sacred treasures, didn't you not? Some deny their reason for being here, or perhaps the horrors of that hallowed place forced them to forget. But deep in the pits of your souls, we all truly recognize this one fact. So, as long as Limdell remains undisturbed, we shall never escape the confines of this small town. Alright, good to know. We're trapped here. Alright, there's the apothecary, so we need to get inside here. I'm assuming this is what you would call it. Alright, so these are heals and things like that. 500, is for healing people. We have 5 of those. Removes blind. I don't know how deadly anything is down in there. I mean, seems like these 2 were probably what we want. So if I buy 2 poisons and 1 of those, there we go. That's all our money spent. So this episode was just kind of a setup and a quote-unquote filler. I hope you don't mind. But this was the demo for Scarmonde. We'll pick it up in our next session episode. This is why I do the session series, so you guys can see more of the game over the course of 3 episodes. I hope you guys come back for the 2nd episode, or get this game for yourself and try it out and see if you like it. No spoilers though. Don't leave any spoilers in the comments for anyone else. But I have a good feeling about our party. I'm not entirely sure how meta or anything like that they might be, but we'll see how far we get inside the depths in our next episode. Busy Gamer Dad, like, comment, subscribe, and we hope to see you in our 2nd session gameplay series here on the Busy Gamer Dad channel. Later.